Now, how is that for a tasty little stack of audio goodness? Check that out. I will explain the difference between these in a moment, but for now, let me just say in this video, I'm looking at the xDuoo MU604 and the MU605. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews. Now, you might notice something familiar about the shape of these, and we'll get to that later, but for now, let me tell you what the differences are between these two units, because they do look so much alike. First of all, the MU604, this is a high performance DAC, or digital to audio converter. Now, this little guy goes for about $143, and inside we're looking at dual ES90182km DAC chips. So this is a dual DAC. And yeah, look at that. It's sweet, isn't it? You might notice on the front, it's got a USB-C port. Unusual to say the least. It's got some buttons as well. I'll get to those. But you can use this as an input, or you can use the USB, what is that, a B on the rear panel. But also you can do optical in, coaxial in, and these are your balanced XLR outputs, and you've got auxiliary out as well, and of course your tidy little power switch. Now this switch here, USB audio 1.0, 2.0. 1.0 is basically for legacy devices or game consoles like PlayStations, etc. USB 2.0 is for modern computers. Now this thing does come with an external power supply, so nice and quiet throughout. It keeps that electrical noise outside of the system. Now on the front here, basically the two buttons are really simple. This is your input menu, input button I should say, and that cycles through the various inputs. But if you do a long press, of course, it will take you to the in-body or in-system menu. This one here just changes between the two digital filters. There are only two of them. So it's super easy to use. In the middle, you got an OLED display, and that'll show you really tasty information such as the current sample rate, the volume, which input method you're using and whatnot. And basically that's it. It's a very simple little device, but it is quite versatile. As I showed you a second ago, you've got those three different digital input methods, and you've got two options for output. Now the body is classic xDuoo. It's a sort of brushed grey aluminium with these fiery red buttons, and I think it looks fabulous. What do you think? If you like the look of this, hashtag looks fabulous down in the comments below. Now let's look at its counterpart here, the xDuoo MU605. Now on the surface, it might look very, very similar, and it is in terms of the chassis and the body, but it is quite different. And you'll notice that particularly when we look at the back panel here, because this guy only has one input, and that is via Bluetooth. And of course it does support those high resolution wireless codecs like LDAC, aptX HD, aptX LL, etc. So it's a high fidelity Bluetooth receiver and DAC. It's got the same dual ES9018K2M DAC chips that the 604 has. But you'll notice on the back here, everything you see here, these are all outputs. They are all outputs. So you've got your auxiliary out, you can send that to a preamp or an amp. Balanced out, same deal, or you can send a digital out to a separate DAC if you want to. So effectively this can be used as a digital transport for a Bluetooth signal. So you can just basically pair this with your phone, tablet, PC, or whatever, tablet, and yes, you can stream your music directly to this and then send it out via here. Now the price of this one, I forgot to mention, is $152. So it's only about $10 more than the 604 here. Of course, you can use these together, whether you want to have the outputs pointing to different places or whether you want the 605 to feed into the 604. You can do that if you wish, but what I found really nice with both of these units is, oh look baby, it stacks perfectly with the MT 604 balanced tube amplifier. Look at that, that is sweet. I mean, if you didn't know the scale of these and you just saw a picture of this stack, you could be mistaken for thinking that's a very high-end audio stack, stereo stack. But in fact, this is a very affordable and fairly budget system. Now, I'm not going to talk really about the sound of these devices because that's going to depend mainly on your amplifier that you send it to or desktop powered active speakers, etc. But as far as functionality goes, they're pretty simple. They're plug and play. You don't need extra drivers for Windows unless you want Wasapi, in which case you can get the drivers from the xDuoo website. But they've got that classic xDuoo solid build, really nice chassis. I would say it's a step up from a lot of the SMSL DAC chassis. It's a bit more robust with nice rounded edges and just a really nice build quality. Perforated side panels there, as you can see, to dissipate some of that heat. There's not a whole lot more to say about these devices, but I do want to go over who are these intended for. Is it right for you? Well, if you're someone who already has a headphone amplifier, either of these is going to be great for you. If you have some active or powered speakers or desktop monitors, etc., that you want a DAC for, these are both perfect for that as well. Now, if you just want to run a USB cable for data straight out of your computer, then the MU604, slightly cheaper option, is perfect for that. If you want something that can you can just stream from your smartphone or your tablet, etc., and get a high fidelity stereo sound, then the MU605 is for you. It's a little bit unfortunate that the 604 doesn't have a Bluetooth input, because then it could be a sort of one unit fits all scenario, but then of course the cost would be greater and it doesn't look quite as fly as a double stack like this. I've probably forgot to mention some things, but if you have any questions about either of these, just leave a comment down below. I try to get to all the comments and we'll do our best to help you out. But for now, I think I'm just going to wrap it up there, guys. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it the old thumbs up, Parfam audiophile style. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later.